Aquarius, welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a tarot reading for the week of the 31st to the 6th of February, 31st of January through to the 6th of February. If you're new to the Astroflower channel, go down into the description below. You'll see links to an introduction video. There's a three-part video of the introduction into the petals, the elements and the qualities, and how it all sort of vaguely goes together. If you want more information, you've got the books that are coming out, Aquarius, at the moment. Your books will be out very soon. They're going through the editing stage. Have a look at those links. There is also our sister channel, which is called Cymatic TV, where we do a lot of energy stuff. So, with energy healings and stuff like that, which I've been doing for a very long time. But we also do the energy update on Cymatic TV, where once a week we connect to the energy lines, the ley lines, and we get the message from the Earth and from the Sun and from the other planets and how that's affecting our chakras and our aura and our energies, basically, and how we intermingle with it all. And it will connect in with the rest of the tarot readings that we do here and the Astroflower readings that we do here. So it's good to get all the bases covered, as it were. So, Aquarius, I've got to say, you guys, happy birthday first of all, because obviously we're moving into your birthday season at the moment. For those of you who already had your birthday, happy birthday. For belated ones, this is your birthday today. Happy birthday. And anybody in the future, the of the Aquarius season, happy birthday soon, and I hope to see you more on this channel. Be able to wish you happy birthday again. But tricky moment, transitional moment between autumn and winter. Always a bit of a tricky time. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting reading. I'll be really interested to see what sort of comes out in this reading here at the moment. We're going to be doing the spiritual side and the physical side, and the material side, and seeing what is coming on your karmic paths for both your spiritual and your material sort of side. So let's just kick off and see what happens. See what we got. Now this is coming through for a lot of people. So this is on the spiritual path. This is what the universe is trying to give you at the moment. Actually, I'll tell you what, it's a lot clearer. It's helping to understand a lot clearer your reading on the Astroflower, on the elements and stuff like that. Definite one side and the other at the moment. Definite one side and the other. I'm going to take the pair of them because that seems to be, well, look at that, that's quite nice. Okay, so it's starting to come quite clear. So your karmic path there is definite. There's a definite thing going on the old spiritual front. And this could be that old rebirthing of yourself, as it were. Yeah, look at that. It's really nice, actually. It's really nice. You've got a really nice reading there. So we'll come to that right at the end because that's petal 6. That's your inner sanctum. Okay, so Aquarius. We're going to start from the spiritual side. This is petal 1. This is what the universe is trying to bring to your karmic path. The Knight of Wands, the start of a journey. Very passionate journey, rhythmical journey, very quick. It's one of the quickest knights in the pack. And so it's going to go quite quickly, but constant, a lot of passion into it. And on your karmic path for this week, you have a wish from the universe. So this is on the spiritual front. So this is all to do with, with your couple, or to do with friends, to do community, family, that sort of thing. And it's sort of like, your goal this week is to sort of realize that a little wish from within yourself that you've been having. So this is petal 5. Sorry. Now this is to do with your guides of how they're trying to put in place your karmic mission. So they're trying to create the realities around you with the coincidences and stuff like that. And you've got the Page of Cups, and you've got the World. So the world is going like it's supposed to be the beginning and the ending, the alpha omega sort of situation. Um, but also at the same time, that's where we get all our resources from. The world, it's complete. It's something that with this wish that's coming through, you're going to feel complete. And the page of cups is going to make you wonder. I could push it further, maybe. I could go further than it actually is, and it's going to open that door of possibilities by the looks of things. That's what your guides are trying to do. They're trying to sort of say, look what look what you got, but look what you can win. Look what you can get more. And it could be really good, and it may seem a little bit like, like I know it's impossible, but it's only impossible because you didn't have that thought. Now you've had that thought, it's possible. That's the thing. It's initiating your thought, yeah? Because then you move on to where your guides are trying to help you in your subconscious level. So this is a bit like the devil and the angel sitting on your shoulders. And you've got the judgment card. Now, obviously, judgment is realizing something and dealt with it. And because you've dealt with it, it's going to free your spirit up in order to explore more. So, and I think if you look at it, coming across here, we go from the Four of Swords, Six of Swords, Three of Swords, Judgment. All right, this is your inner being. Yeah. So your pathway on the spiritual front is certainly one about liberation. And actually, it's almost sort of saying there with those sort of connections, you should think bigger, wish bigger, maybe. On the material side, the universe is offering you healing, basically. And it might be because you're going through this transition. This is what I was talking about. Your birthday is the beginning of your winter. The autumn is the most difficult part. That's the 3 months before our birthdays. And then from the next 3 months after our birthdays, it's winter. Now a tree grows a lot of its roots during the winter months and sets in place its roots for the coming year. And might have had a long, hard autumn this year. And it might have been pretty tiring for you these last 3 months. And on the work front and stuff like that. And the universe is sort of saying, don't forget to take time for yourself. If you're going to work hard, you've got to play hard. You've got to take time out in order to, evacuate some of the stresses, and it will free up that mind and give you a lot better thinking and a lot more possibilities. Because your karmic path on your physical front at the moment is the Six of Swords. So it's a rite of passage. You're moving from one dimension to another, like through the world, moving from one dimension to another, but you're being guided by your guides. And this becomes really important afterwards, these sort of 4 cards here. And it might be difficult. It might have been difficult, and it might have touched you right at the beginning. It might have been a case that you've lost a job, but if you've lost that job, it's because you're supposed to be getting another job that might be a lot better. Yeah. So this is where your guides are trying to help you on the material front. So on the material front, there's you got the Seven of Pentacles. So it's all about nurturing what you've already put down. Yeah. And over these last 3 months, it might be, a good way, you should have assessed what you were going to keep, what you were going to, throw away, what you've been doing, what you want to continue doing, what you want to start to do new. That's the sort of things we decided in the last 3 months. So if you decided that, you could start nurturing it. And that's what they're sort of trying to encourage it to come through. And on the subconscious level, they're saying to you, just fall in love with it. Just fall in love with what you're doing. If you don't really love what you're doing, there's aspects of everything that we do that we may not love 100%, but we know it's a contribution to that overall love. And it's saying to start on that journey of applying it within your daily life and offering your love up to the rest of the world, through what you do, starting of a journey, and then the culmination, I'll get it out in a minute, culmination of these two pathways is falling in love. And this could be falling in love with yourself, your higher self. So it doesn't necessarily mean a relationship, but it could be falling in love with you, of who you are. And maybe it's falling in love with who you are. You will be able to find your place in the community at large around you, because this is your inner sanctum. So it's like your inner spirit, and you may feel like that it's been tough, and you may feel abandoned or double crossed by the universe and stuff like that, because everything worked to perfectly what you want to do in the last year, but it's been difficult for everyone. And now with your birthday coming up, you'll be able to turn the page by the looks of things nicely and very easily. But, so let's clarify. We're going to clarify these three petals here and these three petals here, so it gives a bit more clarification on the karmic path or the mission for that week. And then we're going to clarify like the reality, as it were, and the world that is directly around you. So let's see. Yeah, there you go. Ten of Swords, worst card in the deck, but I think this is tied to this side of running through, and you've realised in order to see the other side of the river, you have to let go of the side that you're leaving. That's the thing, and I think the Ten of Swords is a bit of that, and it's it's letting go of what things, and it might have been hard to let go for it, but you're being called into action and pulled forward. The only thing that's going to stop you is you looking back and reminiscing over old times and not looking forward. So make sure you do look forward. I think the most important one of that is that Knight of Swords. So let's clarify this side and see what's happening here. High Priestess within the healing. So basically, it's like when you lose your keys to the car, and the moment you stop thinking about your keys, they sort of kind of go, oh, I know where they are. And it could be that is when you start healing, giving yourself a bit of space, and giving yourself a bit of love, you'll be able to see things a lot clearer, and you'll be able to see how you can nurture your future plans. Queen of Swords, justice, clear thinking, determination, sitting in your power. And it's got that, just quickly, it's got that heart that's in behind three bars, which is the Three of Swords there. And it's sort of, is it a bowl or a heart, one or the other, whichever it is, it's got to do with love, I reckon. It's just sort of saying it's going to give you healing for that, and it's time will give you healing for that. And rejoining in with the community that is around you with the Three of Cups. And I think this Three of Cups is related to that. That's why I sort of said, it may not be necessarily a couple, but actually falling in love with people that you have been. Do you know what? I'm going to keep it because it's a good card, isn't it? And it wanted to come out, so I'm going to keep it. So, as I say, sort of, falling in love with community or even a hobby or something like that, which could develop into something that could bring you a lot of fortune. It's going to be a journey, and it's a slow but solid journey. You're planting for tomorrow with this card here, with the Knight of Pentacles. He's planting seeds in that field in order to reap the fruits of his future. And it's the same thing your guides are trying to help you in there. So, Page of Wands, to bring it out. Starting of a new journey again. So this is this journey here, I think. Starting of a new journey, passionate about it. Bit of a carefree energy, and sort of say, que sera, we'll see what happens, you know what I mean? It looks really good. It looks a lot better than I thought it was going to be, to be honest, for you Aquarius. But yeah, it looks really good. It sort of ties in with the 2022 reading that we did, which you'll find on our channel. And it could be falling in love with that mission that you've got to be doing. So, Aquarius. A lovely week, sorry. Got confused between the two. A lovely week setting out for you. I think it's going to be the spiritual path that's going to really heal that physical path, and that this week. Okay, so Aquarius, don't forget, it should